Hey there, in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to get entry into the Tokyo Marathon. I'm making this video because I ran 4 of the 6 majors so far and I wanted to try and run Tokyo in 2025. I tried and I failed in numerous ways, almost every way possible to get into the Tokyo Marathon. I failed. But I learned some lessons along the way and I am running Tokyo in a few weeks in 2025. And I wanted to show you some things I learned along the way and show you how you might get into the Tokyo Marathon in 2026 and beyond. As always, this video might be long. There are chapter markers down below, so you can skip on through to bits you might be interested in. Let's get going. This video is not focused on Japanese residents. They have particular entry paths and probably understand the procedures more than all the rest of us. It's focused at international entrants who would be typically trying to enter the lottery system. Again, there are separate routes for what Japan calls semi-elites. All the dates and information in this video are based on the 2025 marathon. Dates haven't been released yet, or all the dates for 2026. I'll show you a flow chart. It is quite complex, and there are lots of nuances to all of the different methods I'm going to show you in the coming video. But happy to answer any questions you put into the comments or try to answer them because, yeah, there are a lot of little nuances to be aware of. The best method, in my opinion, and one of the first to be released, is the charity entry. You need to keep an eye closely on the dates. June 25th, 2024, it opened, closed on July 10th, 2024, and the selection was made July 16th to the 19th in 2024. Those dates will vary for 2025. But it's the first entry that comes available, and it's available to 5,000 runners over 29 charities. So the odds are reasonably good, and you can sort of game the system to a certain extent. There are really lots of varying conditions. It's bewildering. And there's a link in the description to a page that will give you a sort of overview. And I also screenshotted when I was there at first, so I'll put that in. You'll probably have to zoom in and pause and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it is really complicated. But first things first, get in early. Some of the field is first come, first served. Check the field size. The field size varies in the different categories. And it could be, obviously, if the larger the field size is, the greater your chances are. The donation amount varies. Some are fixed donations and some are variable donations. And you really have to sort of keep an eye on each of those. It is, again, in my view, the best way into the Tokyo Marathon. And I would treat the sum of the charity sum as an entry fee that's going to a good cause. So something really good. I mean, let's face it, charity is really good. But you do have to prepare early, and you do, in some instances, it's the fastest finger first. The minimum fee I could find, and varies, is 100,000 yen, which is about 640 euro, $660 US, 533 pounds sterling, or just over 1,050 Australian dollars. There are also some strange conditions in there. Some are first past the post, some are based on the highest bid, and are based in part on the content. You write an essay on your thoughts on charity and messages. Now, I'll put the screenshot in. I failed in this particular one. I didn't get in early enough. I missed the start by a couple of days because other stuff going on. So I missed that. And that was a critical error. The other thing was, when I joined in, there was one I could do, and I think you could only attempt one. There was a fixed fee. Chris advised that I exceed the fixed fee. I thought, no, I want to be, pure, follow the rules. I should have listened to Chris. I failed in the charity entry, but I think it's the best way in. The next way to consider entering is with One Tokyo. It costs 30,000 yen, 192 euro, $198, 160 pounds, or about 316 Australian dollars, more or less. That gives you an additional lottery entry that happens before the main entry, and there are some other benefits with One Tokyo, and I'm very happy I joined, even though I didn't get into the marathon by this, but very happy I joined. There are 10 virtual races throughout the year, and there's a draw per event after each event that you've done, and there are entries into the Tokyo Marathon. Now, there are 40 entries into the marathon per event, 10 events, about 400 or so places. It varies a little in terms of the numbers and all that, but I did a lot of them. I didn't enter any of them. 3,882 entered the first one I did. And again, there's 40 winners. That's 1 in 100. I got lots of finishers certificates, and they're kind of handy. Sometimes they're 10K, sometimes they're half marathons, and they can usually fit them in your regular training. Now, the virtual races for 2026 have already started. I think the first two, it's closed. One of them I'm doing it as a pair. 100 finishes in this particular one are guaranteed entry. I'm doing it with a friend of mine who asked me would I give it a go, and looking forward to that. There's also, if you are unsuccessful in 3 Tokyo draws in succession, I think there's an additional draw. There was 3,800 runners went in for that in 2024. There's also eligibility to run as a pace setter. They need 45 pace setters. And you don't have to be particularly fast, it would seem. I mean, I think you have to be fairly sure. There's some special apparel clothing that you can get. And there are some other very odd draws that happen. And I won one of those. Details of that will be coming in another video. And I'm more than excited about it. It was, yeah. One Tokyo is something I'm a big fan of. Another route in is through the Abbott World Marathon Majors Gold Club. It costs $279 US dollars a year. That's more expensive than One Tokyo, but it covers 7 marathons. And as far as I can see, the best additional thing you get is you get an additional draw into every single marathon. There is a wait list to join the, maybe it's open, but they say they open it several times a year. Apart from the draws into the marathons, there's a lot of other uninteresting stuff. A bottle I got. I actually got a t-shirt, which I'm looking forward to running when I eventually do my the 6 marathons. There's also a Go for Gold challenge, a sort of virtual running again just similar to the One Tokyo. I think to get a place this year, there were 5 10Ks you could do. There are also some additional ones in the Global Run Club, but they cost extra money. But so it varies here and there, but by way of example, there is one for Sydney where you had to run 77K over a period of time, and that was free for Gold Marathon Club entrance. So the main benefit is you get an additional chance to get into Tokyo, but yeah, I failed at that as well. Then, of course, there is the regular Tokyo Marathon Lottery, 350,000 plus entries for a field of 37,000. That might be cut down by charity runners, etc. 2026, the fees are rising by 43.75% from $160 to $230 US dollars. And your chances of winning the lottery are not high. And yes, I failed at this one. Yet again, I failed. But well done, Gary, for winning that particular lottery. But yeah, the chances aren't high. And you can see the number, the sum of the entry fee is going up because more and more people are interested in running it. So yeah, the odds are going to they're going to lessen over time. Another way into the Tokyo Marathon, and the one I finally got in on, though it's not guaranteed, is with a tour operator. I'm going with Sports Tours International. I'll make a separate video about that. It's an Irish company and I applied, but it's not guaranteed because they could be oversubscribed. They have a certain limit, obviously. And priority for Sports Tours International goes to existing customers, and they're based around the world. So although they're an Irish company, there will be people from other places going. The deadline, interestingly enough, to sign up is, well, you get an email saying it's selling out, and I booked on the 4th of September in 2024. The Tokyo lottery result doesn't come out till September the 20th, 2024. So you've got to kind of gamble that, it was worth gambling because the chances of me getting in were going to be low. And I wanted to do Tokyo this year. I'm 61. I didn't want to be waiting a very long time to win the lottery. And I thought, well, I'll bite the bullet if I can and go with a tour operator. And it's probably the best marathon to go with a tour operator if you're an English-speaking person, because obviously in the Japanese language, I've been to Japan before, it's doable, but it's just that extra layer of complexity. It's further away. So if you are going to go on a tour operator to one particular marathon, this might be the way to do it, albeit it is quite expensive. I'll go through all that in a separate video. But yeah, best wishes for a successful entry into the Tokyo Marathon, whichever way it works for you. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, it would be great if you would hit the like button. As always, there'll be plenty of stuff in the description below, and I'll happily answer any questions you put into the comments. There'll be a big blue subscribe button popping up there and some other videos there. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, just keep running along.